A tiny little table saw. Let's take it out of the box and torture it. All right, I'm not going to lie to you all. I've been having kind of a tough time of late, from uninsured teenage girls driving into my cars, causing all kinds of insurance nightmares, to other service providers causing problems, to contractors royally screwing up things down in Texas. It's been ugly. And plus, I turned 50 a couple days ago. Not that there's anything wrong with that. That part I'm fine with. It's just been putting me kind of in a bad mood. And there's a YouTuber actually that I watch. I'm not going to say his name because I actually like the guy, but he just put out a dyno video that is just hurts my soul. There is so much wrong with it. I'm not going to give out too much information, but it was an exotic car that was put on a dyno. The tuner he took it to, it was like watching a dog chew peanut butter. I mean, it was just painful on every level. So I guess it's time to do something a little destructive. Make us all feel a little bit better. The same people who sent me that magnetic levitation motor that we blew up sent me this. Let's see if we can do the same. This is a little tiny table saw. Now, I have a lot of saws and a lot of ways to cut various materials, but this one I actually kind of wanted. All right, let's take the box off to the side. First of all, it is microscopic, but this thing has some weight to it. It's got some heft. I'm not gonna lie. And the other thing I'm seeing is it's got some carbide teeth on that blade. And you know what that means? We're gonna try cutting steel with it, because, you know, why not? So literally all the writing on this thing is in Chinese. I suppose I could get my phone and do the Google Lens thing, but even that's Chinese. Let's at least do that. Let me go get my phone. I don't even know where it is. It's just one of those days. All right. So I don't know if you're familiar with Google Lens, but you can do some pretty cool things. We can hit translate, and it literally says 3 craftsmen. But yeah, that's pretty cool trick if you didn't know that. But most of you, I'm sure by now, have. Let's see what else is in the box. We have a little tiny fence. There has to be some kind of hippie thing to be said about that. What's this? This is another little tiny fence. So I had an idea, and I'll share it with you all, because those of you who watch these particular videos, I consider to be my friends. And if you can't be yourself in front of your friends, who can you really be yourself in front of at that point? So I had this rather nice, oh, look at this, slitting saw and sanding stuff and stuff and other stuff and more stuff and lots of stuff. Anyway, so I had this idea of, I wanted to create a pantheon, like a whole belief system of the really nice guys. And like the Zeus guy is Mr. Rogers, right? And then another like Thor would be like Bob Ross. And, you know, you'd have Mother Teresa in there somewhere, and just, you know, Jack Johnson is another guy, the musician. If you don't know about him, he is like one of the nicest humans on the face of the earth. And, yeah, just make the world a happier, better place, and remove the troublemakers, which seem to be finding themselves to me, or binding themselves to me. Okay, so, well, let's see. Let's see if we can get focus. And that doesn't help. Obviously, not only is it overexposed, but it's all in Chinese. It's 100% Chinese. So, pictures. We have pictures. We have pictures. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can figure this out. Again, we have pictures. We have glare. We have shiny. I mean, you would think this would be like a blade guard to go here somehow for some weird reason, but it's actually got nothing to do with that. It actually goes here. And this has that plastic protective. You guys give me a hard time, and rightfully so, I might add. I don't like peeling the plastic protective stuff off of certain things, but this has got this gnarly looking chip. That right there, that was a nod to Mr. Johnson, because he comes from Hawaii. And I guess he was a surfer, and at one point he dove off his surfboard and went headfirst right into coral. But again, like one of the nicest dudes to ever walk the face of the earth. So it's going to be one of these two spacers. I'm going to assume, it's this one. Because there's no, let's see. Sorry, I wasn't going to even shoot a video. That's why there's only one camera angle this time. Normally I try to give you all a couple. But, oh my, this is coming together. Who's that guy from the A-Team? I love it when a plan comes together. Gosh. I don't remember his name. You know what? I'm really fascinated by this little bag because there's a lot of weird stuff in here. So, again, this is like a straight up slitting saw for a mill. This is like a diamond wheel of a sort. This, you table saw types might know what this is. I actually don't, in all honesty, really know what this is for. Don't know. Put it down in the comments below if you know. And this is a little sanding disc with a Velcro backing and a ton. You get a lot of stuff with this thing. Oh, check that out. So there's like a slide switch here. And I guess this is different voltage settings. Let's see. 12, 15, 16. They're hard to read. 18, 19, 20, and 24. So, man down. Okay, I may be back prematurely. No, I'm not going to say it. But I think I may have figured it out. There was a little baggie with all these Allen keys in it, and you can clearly see this gentleman here is unscrewing. I assume that's a gentleman. Otherwise, that is some serious Seinfeldian man hands happening. You were supposed to unscrew this. And I believe that this little thing is I'll bet you any money. I'll bet you that it is a coupling for this. I do a lot of smaller stuff, whether it's cutting down circuit boards, or actually, of course, the one I pick up is one that I didn't actually have to cut down. But I do actually cut up a lot of circuit boards, make a lot of small boxes, a lot of small pieces. And, going to the bigger saws, it's always been kind of a hassle. And honestly, even though it's a bit messy, I would love to have a small saw right here. Ooh, do you see what I see? Look at that. Okay. All right. So this is, well, there's a washer. This is actually, these motors, even though they are brushed DC motors, are rather beefy. Okay. All right. So let's turn this around. There's Mr. Saw Blade. So clearly, any of these will work. Question is, what adjusts the height? Oh, check that out. Okay, so it's right through this hole. There is like an Allen headed, there's a socket screw right there, and I'm sure that's going to bring the blade up and down. And you can see that the teeth are brazed. This is pretty trick, I'm not going to lie. And again, surprisingly beefy. Now, however, we have that which I do not entirely understand. Oh, oops. All right. Okay. All right. This is This is kind of... Why am I bewildered again? Wait, what? We got it. Alright, so there's really, like, the only reason why you would take this top off would be to literally just change blades, and that's really not even that big of an issue. It's actually kind of nice. Now, should we find out where that washer came from that was stuck to the motor? Nah. What's the worst that can happen? But you do want to make sure that nothing... It's not seating. Bob Ross, give me strength. Or Jack Johnson, or... I mean, I'm not going to invoke the All-Father. Of course, it's Mr. Rogers. That's asking too much. Can't do that. I think what we're just having here is a failure for the wiring to communicate. Alright, so these wires basically need to go straight down and across like so. That is how they must go. This is how things need to be here. Now we will connect these backwards. And not only will we connect them backwards, we will place them on their little clippies the other way so that they're... Actually, we're going to face them opposite ways. That way... Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Don't break off the tab. I don't want to have to take the motor apart. That was almost very bad. Okay, yeah, so this one's going to go that way, that one's going to go that way, and we should... The Eagle, I think, has more or less landed. Now let's find the right Allen key and raise Mr. Sawblade, because that's what we... I'm not sure which way raises the Sawblade. Actually, I'm not sure what size Allen key. Ah, there we go. Let's see. Is it coming up? Is it? Yes. Yes, it is. It very much is. It's becoming more and more dangerous. Okay. Perfect. That's just how we like things here. More and more dangerous. All right, let's put these screws back in. All right, we're at the lowest power setting. Where are the safety glasses? There we go. And... Oh, wow. Okay, that's like not violent, not scary, not terrifying. That's actually kind of a nice, reasonable... Hey, let's cut something with it. I did not intentionally go all the way through that. I could raise the... I need to shut that off. Yeah, it's a good thing they included this for idiots like me. Yeah, that's some high quality H2O right there. That is a good cut. Yeah, I'm dropping everything now. Off camera, knocking things over. Dogs and cats living together. Good God Almighty. Okay, all right. We need something else to cut. You know what? Let's turn her up a notch. So that was 12 volts. Let's go to 15. 16. What is this one? Oh, what did I do? What just happened? Not plugged in correctly? Okay, probably. 18. 19. 20. 24. It is so tempting to stick your fingers in there. I don't know why, but I probably shouldn't do that. Let's keep this down at 12 and let's spin the little sander thing, which I know that for a fact. If it works, I will use that. Yeah, I mean that's dumb, obviously, but what do you expect on this channel? Here, let's sand some foam. That actually has a surprising amount of torque. All right, that's going to be very useful. All right, this is some of that real nice there purdy aluminum, the kind where you peel the plastic off to reveal the pretty metal. Let's This is a side I want to cut, actually. Let's, I don't know. Shall we go? Yeah, let's go faster. Well, there's only 2 speeds, off and high, in my world anyway. Let's try high. Let's see if we get any. You know what? I'm going to rotate this back this way. All right, it's high speed. You do not want to jam this in. That's what she said. All right, this is making one heck of a mess in here. It is. I'm going to freehand this off because this, I mean, look what it's doing to my circuitry. Not good. All right, clearly I'm going to build a little box container thingamabobber for this, but let's just freehand this. All right. So yeah, so that's the quality of the cut, and it's not bad at all. It's pretty smooth. So this definitely works for aluminum without a problem. Of course, just be prepared for the mess. After all, I got it all over my arms. After all, it is a table saw. You know what? Wait. Somewhere here is a battery-powered vacuum cleaner. I am not a slob. Can't find it. I'll find it after the video, I suppose. I'm just going to have to put my monk-like... That's really dumb when this thing is plugged in to literally touch that blade. All right, let's unplug this and let's take a look. Let's see how the blade fared. So far, it's as good as new, actually. This could probably... There's a little bit of something on that one. This could probably cut through steel because these are carbide teeth, but there is a good risk of chipping the teeth. And I actually want to use this thing. We're going to try the abrasive wheel on steel. This diamond thing. You wouldn't want to use this on aluminum because it would just clog it. However, on steel, it may be fine. And again, for the money that they're asking for this thing, it's actually a good deal. It's a really good price. Is it super hyper precision? No. Is it pretty precise? Yes. Yes, it is. I'm just stalling while I'm going to get the blade out. Let's see if we can just wedge the Allen key in there to hold the blade. So like that. And then we will watch. This is going to be, it's not going to be a left-handed blade. Okay. All right. I didn't even put any thought into that. It could have very been a left-handed thread, and you then would have laughed at me. But no need. See, I really would hate to destroy this blade. This is actually a very nice blade. Just for the sake of a video and your amusement. I'm not here to dance for your amusement. Y'all might notice now that I have crossed the 50 barrier, I'm being a little weirder and punchier. This is actually more of what I'm like. I think I'm just getting more comfortable with you all. Coming along with things. And since we put the wiring in place, it works really nicely. Okay. All right, now this, I did bring a little piece of steel. Again, you're not going to be cutting half-inch thick steel plate with this thing. That is not the point. You know what? We should see how deep the cut is, too, while we're at it. Let's raise this puppy as far as she will go. That's pretty good height. Let's see. This is only an inch ruler. That's all I got. And you're talking about I bet that's technically supposed to be 13 millimeters. It's just over a half an inch. It's not even a 16th over a half an inch. So let's call it a half inch piece of steel. And we are on max power. This you can go, you probably want to go as fast as possible. It is an abrasive cutting action now. It's a bit louder. Cut steel with no problem. I had a bit of an angle there, though. Don't really know why that happened. Is it something that I was doing? Let's see. Yeah, it cut it at the angle this thing is set to. You know what I never did is I never checked to make sure that that was square. Oh, look at that. There's some magnetism happening here because the iron well, they're not iron filings. The steel filings are picking up the magnets in the motor. Yeah, so I never checked to make sure this was square. That's on me. But yeah, I mean, went right through steel. Not a problem. Little table saw. It's very, very nice. Yeah, so there you go. Links in the description below. Thank you for letting me vent. And, you know, as always, there's going to be a whole bunch more stuff. Oh, by the way, I know the fan video actually, well, it didn't get a ton of views. It got a ton of comments. And that made me think about like what you guys have all suggested. And I'm telling you, there's some good stuff in there. I probably will make a video testing that. Don't forget to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and I will catch all of you wonderful people on the next one.